Hello everybody, this is Backblast. Welcome back to Sim Airport. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a brief look at what's changed in the game since the last time we were here. There has been a major development within this, but there's a few other little bits as well. If we look at the, well, let's go around the screen first. So nothing much changed up here. Tells you about the passengers, first class and total passengers, and where their satisfaction is. So you can see overall where your airport is falling down, which is pretty good actually. It's a nice way of sort of getting an idea of whether you need to put more food in or more chairs or anything like that. It's all there. So for example, satisfaction at the moment is the one at the top, and they do it in order of the best is at the bottom, the worst is at the top. So environment is what I'm struggling with, and then hunger, and then boredom. So those are the things we need to look at. And what else have we got? We've got the airline interest, which isn't any different from before really, and we've got runway status and rain and wind. We can update the runways to counter these as well. So for example, we could put night lights on it and things like that. We click on upgrade here. There's all sorts that we can do to make the airport better, to make the runways work at night, that sort of thing. We've still got two stands down here. Just having a quick look at the airport. For those of you that haven't seen this before, it's just a little airport that I've been playing around with. The idea is that when people come in, they go through the various ticketing gate thing, and then through the security area. There's the actual security ID, then the baggage, and then the metal detectors, and then you're in the secure part of the airport. We've got restrooms on each side. So before security, there's a couple of restrooms. There's some on the other side of security, and when you get off the planes, there's another two up here. So with that in mind, getting off the planes, the idea is that people will come out and they get into this corridor and go out to baggage claim. Now normally there's going to be a baggage carousel in there, but I haven't got one at the moment because we're short of money. We're minus at the moment, minus 2,500 somethings. And it's getting a little bit better, but we're still in the minus. Can't actually build anything. The last thing I was working on was these food and drink counters. There's a coffee and a snack kiosk. We do have people working in there. So let's go back to the other bits. Now then, I mentioned earlier that we weren't very happy with environment. Now we can find this on here. So these are information heat map. So this is showing where the flight display signs are. Okay, there's a big area in here where people don't know whether they're supposed to be getting on flights or where they're supposed to be going. This is the environment. So again, there's only 3 spots where the environment's good, so we could do with cheering people up with that. And there's other bits. There's some speakers which we can't get yet because we haven't got the right staff. There's secure areas, so it shows which bits are secured. So you go through security and you're into the other secured areas. And then it just shows the display of various sectors looking prettier. That's all. It doesn't really show much at the moment, but if you read the description there, it does say that this report stroke tool will have additional functionality in the future. So there's more coming on this sort of thing. And then there's a thing here which is it's kind of a debugging thing, which we don't really need to bother with. If you click it, nothing happens. But if you click on somebody and then click it, I think you get more information as to where they're going and what they're trying to do. But it's not for us. It's not for us. Right, down here. I'm going to start from the right, and the reason for that is the last thing I want to show you is on the left. This is a flight status board, so it shows you which aircraft have been in and which ones are due in, and where they're up to. So for example, it says that there's 2 in, so I know that Starflight is here on this one, and the Atlantic's just landed because I heard it landing. It's going to come into B1. It says on here which gate it's coming into. It was supposed to arrive at 9:30. It's arrived at 9:18, which is good. So a little bit early. That's good. We like them arriving a bit early. Get in, get the passengers on, and get out. What have we got here? It shows the one thing I don't like about the UI on this game is it quite often brings up a screen and it leaves it where you can't see the whole of the screen. What's the point of that? Why not either show me the whole of the screen, or if it is too big for the whole of my screen, for example, then you know, make it don't make it shorter that way. Make it shorter, you know, going up and down way. So there we go. At gate, taxiing. It's already at the gate. It's at the gate. It's done. And you can look through tomorrow and yesterday's there. So we've got 3 en route and some more scheduled for later. Just have a look at, for example, these 2. So this is the Beech 190s. That's the type of aircraft. Union Air and Pacific at about 1:30. Okay, bear those in mind, because when we come to the next screen, the flight management, it's this lovely multicolored thing, and again we can't quite fit it on one screen, which is a shame, although I'm pretty sure you could. You know, it's quite a large user interface. It's nice big writing, big bold colors. You can see various times of the day. Now I did mention that those 2 flights, so this one for example, and is it that one? No, it was this one. Yeah, so it's these 2. They're only carrying about 20 passengers each. So one thing you can do now is you can extend the boarding times for some aircraft. So if I click on that and drag it, I can make my boarding time longer. That's pretty cool, isn't it? But also I can make them shorter by a little bit. That's pretty cool. I like that. It just gives a little bit more time so that we can make sure that we get everybody else in. You know, so some of these bigger aircraft here, we can extend that, although that's not very good, is it? Yeah, so we can do that, and that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. And of course you can get new flights. You click on WestJet, for example. They've got night flights. We can't do night flights yet because we haven't got the right runway. We need to be able to do runway lights in order to get those. And it tells you the gate stroke runway required, large and small, and the length of the runway, which is all pretty cool. All new stuff added, which we like. That's good. What else is there? We've still got an operations control panel. This was in last time I played. You can charge different amounts for the runway use and the terminal use. I've left it as they are. We've got some transport bits which are locked. We need to do research and get a COO. I'll come to that in a second. But it sort of says now runway is open for arrivals and departures. So you can set one runway for arrivals and one for departures, for example. There's a max crosswind, and again you can change that based on the type of runway. So if you get, for example, I think it's PAPI lights, PAPI lights, then you can increase the max crosswind that flights can land in. What else is there? The fuel services, we haven't touched on these either. We can, the market price, we can buy some fuel, but we need somewhere to store it. At the moment we're not refueling the aircraft. And then we've got maintenance of runways. We can set these. So again, if we get research on the maintenance, we can set these so that the guys will automatically fix things. So there's maintenance windows where we can do it. So it might be that if you want to fix runways, for example, you need to have a gap somewhere where there's no aircraft coming in. And then weather forecast. Yeah. I'm not sure how useful that is, really, to be honest. Yeah, you know what weather's coming in, but what can you do about it? Right, research. So again, research has been in a little while. There's a rudimentary research tree. It looks a little bit average. It needs a little bit of work, but it's there. And you can see that I can't do any of these. They've got red figures on. It's because I haven't got much money at the moment. And yeah, it's all there. It's all in there, including things like light rail transit, which are interesting because we haven't done much with the actual roads and rail down here. What else have we got? So finance hub, again, we can't do much on it. It tells you the value of the airport, 2.3 million. Woo! And all your staff are here, so it tells you how many you can hire staff on there. It tells you how much they cost for a foreman or a janitor or whatever. You can manage the staff on here, so you can double click to locate somebody, or you can right click to fire them. We could do that. And then there's kiosk scheduling. That isn't what I expected it to look like. But that is what it does look like. So it tells you what time it is now by the brighter green. It also, you can click on this so that it will staff 2 people on, or you can reduce it to 0. At the moment I've got it staffed from 4 AM till 6 PM based on when the flights are coming in, and just 1 person in each kiosk, but you can change those. It relates to these kiosks at the moment, so there's just 1 person on each. All seems to be working fine for the size of airport that we've got at the moment. Zones, just the zones, so you can set up your security zones. There's a few little bits on here now. So we have got cafe, so we could make a cafe. Sorry about that, I just clicked something. But we've also got first class lounge, which we didn't have last time I looked, and flight crew lounge. So you need to be able to put somewhere for the pilots and the various air stewards to go and relax. That's pretty cool, but I've not touched it. I don't really know how it works yet, so that'll be something I'll be looking at in this and the next video. And then finally the build menu, which is similar to how it was before. There's a few more bits on here, and there's certainly a lot more in here than there was before. So and you can break them down now, so instead of all the construction, you can just look at the different floor types, and again there's a lot more of those than there used to be. Tools for building walls and foundations and things, and making the roads outside, taxiways and whatnot. Objects, still there. Again, a lot more than there used to be. If you go through, there is an awful lot. Again, break them down by the various areas where they might be used, or the type of object. So for example, we've got decor to make our people happier, comfort, so lots and lots of things there. Different types of benches and seats and speakers and things make people happy. And operations. Now I'm going to just pause on this one, because this brings me to the real reason that I came back to this video series. I've got quite a few games that I'm playing that I don't feature on the videos. I might go and do a little mini series on it, as I'm doing with this one. I'll do maybe 3 or 4 videos just to try and show some of the new bits, but then I'll leave it for a couple of months until there's something new. Well, there's something new on this, which is quite exciting, and it's these 2 here, escalator up and escalator down. So if you click on one of these, and if I can remember how to rotate it, there you go, it's the mouse button. It's an escalator, it goes up and down, or rather that one goes up. I don't know whether that actually means that people can come down on that, or whether I need to put a down one on the next floor. I don't quite know yet, but it does require a foundation on the above floor. Okay, so let's have a look at that. So if we come back to the right hand side over here, we've got this, and this little indicator here tells you which floor you're looking at. If I click down, it shows you the basement, so you can put things underground. I've no idea why you would need 2 underground ones, but you've got 2 underground floors. Certainly one, you want to put maybe baggage carousel, baggage, what they call conveyors, that's it. So baggage conveyors that run to the carousels. You'd want to put those on maybe one underground. I don't know whether there's like an option for car parking or something. I don't quite know how that's going to work. And of course you've got an upstairs. So you'd need to put foundations on here in order to then build another floor and put escalators on. So I would like, and I don't know how possible this is, I want to try and separate my people coming into the airport from my people going out of the airport. So I tried to do it with this corridor, in that when you come off the plane you go down this corridor to get to baggage claim. Nobody coming into the airport is in baggage claim. They're not in this corridor, they're not in these restrooms, they're just wandering in through these doors here, through this bit, and that's cool. So it works a little bit, but when people come off the planes, and you might see it now, because I think this plane's about to disembark its passengers, some of them will come off the plane and some will go to the restrooms. Some might even go to these kiosks before then going out down the corridor, which is what I want to try and get away from. I want to try and get it so that there's a departure lounge and a like an inbound and an outbound area, so that the people who are coming into the airport from foreign climes or wherever will just be able to go to the bits that I want them to go to. Whereas departures, I think what I'd like is for there to be, instead of all this lot down here, maybe they go to the ticket desk and then they go up some escalators to security, or maybe they go through security and then they go up escalators to the boarding lounges, and then have all these lounges upstairs where I've got a lot more room for the passengers. Because if you look at upstairs now, there's loads and loads of room that I could use, and I could quite easily have a lot more room for these departure benches and things. So I'd quite like to be able to get rid of something out of here, you know, the security or something, so that I could maybe get people coming in, they book in, we'd need some restrooms of course, and then they go upstairs, and as soon as they go upstairs they go through security or something, and then all the rest of it is departure lounge area and maybe a couple of cafes and things. There you go. So we're going to have a look at that. Now we haven't got much money at the moment, we're on 3,000, so I'm going to have a look at maybe doing foundations upstairs. I don't quite know how this is going to work. Construction tools, construction foundations, let's have a go at this. Let's have a look at maybe this 16,000. It costs a lot, doesn't it? 3,000. Let's do it for, I can't do loads here. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Now, how do my workers get up here? This is going to be interesting. I've not seen these, so I don't quite know what they do. Do they fix it like down here? I'm not sure. Oh, it's idle. Why are they all idle? Are they waiting for material? They might be waiting for material. Now, he's got concrete. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see where he's going. He's just walked through a fence. That's a fence, isn't it? This is a fence, I think. So he's doing it from the ground floor. Is he on a ladder? He's on a ladder. He's climbing a little ladder. He's left his concrete down on the floor though. How cool is that? Hey! Oh, there's more of them. They've all got ladders. Oh, this is pretty cool, isn't it? Right, well, let's have a look at some more then, because we want to build a bit more. Let's have a look at this. Well, this is interesting. I don't quite know what's going to happen. The problem I've got is I don't know how to get customers, passengers from this level down to here. So maybe there's some external stairs or one of those things that you can... I don't know. I don't know. There must be something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called. Ops maybe. Like sliding doors and stuff. Remote security station. Wow, that's a new one as well. Stairway up, stairway down. Staff door. Cool. All right. And those are the hangars, ATC towers, etc. But I can't see anything that will get people from here onto that aeroplane. Now here we've got the fuel tanks and things. So these are massive fuel tanks. They're not tiny things. They're massive fuel structures. So we can have a proper fuel depot outside and get fuel tankers coming to fill up the fuel, and then we can refuel the aircraft. We've got the conveyors and the baggage carousel, which we haven't put in yet. But again, we need to sort somewhere for that so that people can get their baggage back. So let's carry on with our construction on here. Let's try and get this a little bit bigger, just so I can have a look and see what is happening. Can we do one more side there? Yeah. Because I don't know how to get people off here to the aeroplane, which is a bit pants. We do have moving walkways now, which is cool. Ah. Okay, right. I've just seen something that I don't like. Let me just check. So we've got roads, no problem. We've got runways, taxiways, fences, windows, walls, foundations, other bits there. We've got some floors, which are just floors, and then there's all. All includes moving walkway. There's no moving walkway. You know, if I go construction, if I want to find something, it's not necessarily in floors, tools or roads. It might just be on the front screen, and I'd have to scroll through to find it, which is rubbish. Moving walkway. It might just be a little bug. It's not me missing it, is it? It's not there. Okay. Okay, so maybe I can't look at ops and structures to try and find this thing to get people from here down to the aircraft. Maybe I have to scroll through. That's don't know. I don't know what the answer is there. Fancy chairs, electronic vending, fountains and stuff. We've got a Christmas tree, lovely. LRT platform. That's railway, isn't it? I thought it was the thing I'm looking for. Outdoor floodlight, outdoor gate, outdoor pole, a Pizza Hut, small hangar, staff door, stairways. Right. So there's nothing there, which is a bit pants. Can I get rid of some of these walls here, please? Because I want to see what must be near outdoors. Okay, I'm with you. So it'll leave the floor, won't it? Oh. What? What just happened? I'm sure that in the past you clicked on the demolish. That removes interior walls and removes flooring. I don't want to remove the flooring. I just want to... I wanted to leave the flooring so that I've actually got a floor to go up to. That's a bit pants. I don't quite know what happened or how to do that now then. Let's speed time up a bit so we get through to tomorrow. Anyway, I've shown you the new bits that are in the game. I'm going to be exploring this a little bit more, so hopefully join me in the next video and I'll do some actual building of some floors and things, and we'll have a stab at maybe making an upstairs and maybe moving the check-in or something upstairs, which would be pretty cool. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you like the videos. My name is Backblast. I'll see you next time.